Welcome to the Eric Avasar Show. As Johnny Drama from Entourage would say, victory! Liverpool Football Club hosted Manchester City today and beat Man City 3-1 at Anfield. What a massive result. 3 points to the Reds in what was easily the most important match thus far this season. And Liverpool preserves its unbeaten record against Manchester City at Anfield, dating all the way back to 2003. Now, Fabinho drilled an absolute worldie of a goal into the upper top corner, and with Liverpool's very first attack of the game. The Reds were getting dominated early on. Manchester City had 2 corner kicks in the opening minute, and the Reds hardly saw the ball. But once they did, they made Man City pay, and pay big time. It was very unprofessional on Manchester City's part to go crying for a handball that was never going to be given by Michael Oliver and allowing Liverpool to go on that counterattack. Did Trent Alexander-Arnold commit a handball? Yes, but it doesn't matter because Bernardo Silva made a handball first. Neither were called, and that paved the way for Fabinho's magic. I mentioned on this show earlier that Fabinho had shooting magic in his boots, and it was only a matter of time before he scored a cracker like that one. It was such a spectacular goal, and it was a long time coming. It was his second Premier League goal so far for Liverpool Football Club. And Pep Guardiola, the most overrated manager in the world, he was just demonstrably upset. He was so ticked off at both Trent Alexander-Arnold's handball not getting called, and then in the second half he thought that Alexander-Arnold committed another handball, but his arm was not in an unnatural position, so forget about it. The slaphead fraud continues to cry, and cries what he does at Anfield. Both as a player and as a manager, Pep Guardiola always links Anfield to misery. And while Raheem Snake Sterling got the better of Trent Alexander-Arnold at times, Trent still did a great job. He rattled Sterling, he got in his head, and it's so nice to know that Sterling will never score at Anfield, at least never has yet. So both Gini Wijnaldum and Jordan Henderson were immense as well. Gini really did a great job of providing cover for Andy Robertson, supporting him in his efforts to mark Bernardo Silva, of course the goal scorer for Man City, who is a world-class player. Certainly one of the top 10 players in all of world football, and Robbo is always going to have it tough doing it alone, so Gini really stepped in. He also did an amazing job of dribbling and passing out of difficult situations in the heart of the pitch. Jordan Henderson was a mountain today. He was so immense, covered an unbelievable amount of ground, and his build-up play and cross to Sadio Mane for the third goal, ooh-wee, that was nice. Not to mention, the best pass of the match, in my opinion, was Andy Robertson's cross that completely eliminated Fernandinho, and Mo Salah did a great job of anticipating the ball off the bounce to head it home and put Liverpool up 2-0 heading into halftime. And while Liverpool struggled to maintain its high line in the first half, Man City did create a lot of great chances off of set pieces. The Reds did a much better job staying disciplined with the high line and drawing Man City offsides in the second half. So the Reds clearly got better as the game went along. A much-deserved 3 points. Of course, Sadio Mane could have pulled a Luis Suarez and flopped in front of Guardiola after he scored, but Sadio not only didn't do that, he also shook Guardiola's hand after the match, which proves what a class act Sadio Mane really is. So for Liverpool, the Reds are now 9 points clear at the top going into the international break. Cloud 9 for Liverpool fans for now. Still so much football left to be played, but certainly the Reds have to be delighted with the result today. Thank you so much for tuning in, and please subscribe to my channel.